Hello my dear crafters. Today we're going to make together 3 cards, Halloween cards. I'm still on Halloween mood, so that's what we're going to make today. 2 basic cards and one's going to be a shaker card. And as I go along, I will show you all the products that I used, okay? So let's start with this one. I just love the colors. Let me show you the paper that I used for the background. Here for the background, I use a background die, and I will have the link for everything that I find online because this one I've had for a while. So it's a background die that adds a lot of interest to a background, and I used it, I believe, in 2. No, that's the only one that I used it on. This paper here, this is an old paper, so I can't really show you. But for this base, this one here is from the Honeybee Halloween Harvest. So it's a beautiful paper. I'll have the link below because this is a new one. It has some beautiful options of paper for fall. Look at this, how gorgeous they are. And also for Halloween. So some Halloween colors. Look at this plaid here. So that's basically the one that I used. And I've used this before in projects, you might remember. I'll have the link below. So for this one, what I chose to do was, in all of them, what I used was a black base as the card base. And I also have always a white piece of paper inside so you can write your notes and some kind of sentiment. So this one is going to be a very simple one. All we need to do is to add this background. These are just actually, let me close up a little bit, yeah. So it's just to give you ideas on how to use the dies that you have. I'm sure you have some kind of background die. And this is the main die that I used for all of them. This is it, and I'll have the link below. You can find this on Amazon. I liked it so much that I bought 2 of them. So I will have the link, and in all of them you see how I use it for shaker cards just by using these 2 here, and then this as a base. Love this die. For this little guy here, I use KOKOROSA. I have had a KOKOROSA haul, so some dies that I got from them, and that's one of them. So in these cards here, I'm going to be using this one. I'll have the link for all of them. Don't worry about links and the products or writing it down because I'll have it all below. So I've used this one. You're going to see this little guy here. And yeah, I think these are the 2 that I use from these dies. And the stamp that I use is from Echo Park. You're going to see a lot of these. I have used this before in previous videos, but I love this stamp set because it has a lot of nice sentiments. And for these 3 cards I used, you see that you're going to recognize this one. This one I have used. I used the Boo to You. I used Let's Party Witches here. It's very nice one. The Trick and Treat. And I have used this little, no, not this one. So I've used a lot of these sentiments here, and I'll have the link below for you. It's by Echo Park, and it's called Boo to You. So you've seen it before, because I've been doing quite a lot of Halloween things. So what I did was, by using these, let me just get them out here, just so you understand what I did. So these are the dies, right? The set comes like this with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 coffins, stitched coffins. And what I did was I cut the base, which is this one. This one is this size here. And then I put these 2 together to get the outline. And the outline I cut in this beautiful paper that I have, this silver paper. So what you do is just use 2, the last 2, and that's what you get. So I'm going to put that aside. So we're going to glue the background. I'm going to use, just because it's faster, I'm going to use this kind of adhesive. It's a pretty strong one, so I use this kind of adhesive a lot, especially when I'm in a hurry. But they are very practical and so quick. I wish they were not as expensive as they are, because then I would use it even more. So here it is. So we're going to position the background. There you go, very nice. And the next thing we're going to do is place this right in the middle. And for this, I'm going to use my glue, because it gives you some wiggle room when you have wet glue. So the idea here with this video, guys, is to give you some ideas on making Halloween cards. So I just love that paper. If I find it, I'll give you, I'm not sure I'll find a link for that one though, but it's very nice. And this one is just gonna go here, and the last thing we're going to do is to add a sentiment. I love this die, I really do, and I think I'm going to use it a lot. And I am going, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you some ideas on how to stretch this die even further, okay? I'm going to show you some bookmarks that I made. Very nice. It's a nice gift. So some bookmarks and a beautiful shaker piece. Our last one will be a shaker card, but a beautiful shaker piece. Look at that. I love these colors. And now let's add our sentiment. And for the sentiment, what I do is, this is foam adhesive. And I'm going to add some foam, not adhesive, it's just a foam piece. And I'm going to glue it just to give it some more dimension. So you glue it here, and then you glue. I don't think I positioned this really well. I'm just going to cut a little bit here because I think I moved it away too much to the right side, and it's going to be showing. So problem fixed. Now I'm going to add some glue here just to give it some more dimension to the card. And I thought that these would be really nice here because it will pop, and I like the white. I think it pops a lot when you add white because you have a lot of dark colors on this card. And there we are, guys. That's our first card. Look at that. And inside you have Boo to You. First one is done. Let's make the second. Oh, I love this second one. Let me show you. I think it's going to, I played with papers and colors just to see what looks good with what. The paper that I used for this one is this one. I bought this at either Michael's or Joann's, but I'll look for you, okay? If I find it, I'll give you the link. It's by Park Lane. It's a very nice, it's more traditional. I think it was Michael's, yes. It's more traditional. The colors are very traditional. I love this one here. Very nice paper. And the one that I used for this card was the back of these hats here. See? So that's the one that I used for the paper. And I also used this one for the sentiment. But very nice, very traditional, beautiful colors. If you're interested, it's called Boo by Park Lane. So let's put this together. This one is going to be very nice. I used that same silver paper that I had. This paper is so nice. That's me right there. Oh, it's like a mirror. And I added, as I showed you by KOKOROSA, the dies. I added this little guy here. I already glued it to the paper, and that's going to be the base. It's basically the same idea as we did with this one, just different colors. Color combination is different. So let's, and inside again I had my Boo to You. The only difference is that I cut this with this little paper corner here. It's very nice. Just add something to the paper. I just like the way it looks, and I use that paper punch all the time. So let's glue the base. Very simple cards to make, guys. You can make loads of these cards and send it to your friends. All you have to do is have a, have a nice set of dies that you can use over and over again. And I love the ones that are like this, that come in different sizes, because you can really play with it. And they're great for shaker cards. Okay, so now I'm going to glue the coffin. So I just tried to make the coffin more fun and added some fun colors to them. So they're not as just like the basic black. So this one is really cute. And I just love the mix and match of colors here, the color combination that I use for this one, because we have black, white, silver, and then we're gonna have to decide. I just could not make up my mind like that on what to use for sentiment. So I'm going to decide right here, right now, because I have two options. They are both from that same stamp set that I showed you before. I like to add this purple around because it makes, and it has silver here too, so it makes the silver pop, but at the same time it adds some color to it. So it's a perfect color for, and the paper had some, see this is all silver, so it looks perfect with this. It's a very classy, now that I'm looking at it, very classy card. So guys, here's my doubt. I like this color because it goes with the purple, with the outline, but I kind of also love this one. Just don't know where to put it though. Maybe here, like this. What do you guys think? I wish I could hear you. Maybe here, trick or treat. No. Yeah, maybe. If I use it, it'll be here, but I think I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, okay. I decided, and what I did, I used some foam adhesive here on the sides, so it will make it stand out and pop too. So right there, and there you go. We're done, guys. We are done with this card. So very nice, very simple to make, but elegant. I think it's an elegant, very elegant. And now let's make the last one. The last one is the fun one. The last one will be a shaker card. So let me just clean my hands, because I just got a lot of ink on my hands. So I'm getting some baby wipes. That's what I usually use to clean my stamps and my hands, and they're easy to have around. So the last one, guys, will be fun. It will be a shaker card. Or maybe I'll use this on this one. We'll see. I'll just leave it on the side. So this one, what I did, and you know I love shaker cards, I am going to glue a few of these inside, maybe two like that, or three, because I have three. I just wanted to add something else inside the shaker. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I have this paper here, is, oh, let me see if it's here. Oh, I know, it was from a big piece of paper, so I won't really, no, it's this one, guys. Again, it's the Park Lane. Sorry about that. So that is, let me find it. Yeah, this one. See, that's the same one that I used. Beautiful paper. I was in the mood to play with silver. So we're going to glue the base first, and then we're going to work together on the shaker part. Okay, I love making shaker cards. And then after that, I'll give you another example of a beautiful shaker piece that I made, and also some bookmarks. I make a lot of bookmarks because I have a lot of friends who read a lot. And yeah, so look at that, it's beautiful base. So let's work on the shaker card. First of all, we're going to glue, this is going to be the inside and the base of the shaker. So we're going to glue these little tiny guys here. I like to have some pieces glued inside the shaker, just to, because you can make sure that they will always, because especially when you put the shaker parts inside, they move around and they usually stay here. So I like to have some pieces showing, and even the shaker pieces that I'll use, I will glue some of them to make sure that there is always something showing. Otherwise, they just stay in the bottom. Okay, bat. I'm gonna have another one here. There you go. And last one. This side here. There you go. We're going to have 3 bats inside the coffin. They died. I guess they died. So there you go. That's ready. And the shaker, what I did was, as I showed you, I used the 2 largest ones, and I cut like 4 pieces, and I used some foam. So the layers are, I used 2 pieces here, 2 layers, and then the foam, and then 1 more layer of paper. But between the foam and these 2, I put some acetate, okay? And you just use the die and you cut everything. I cut the foam, I cut the pieces of paper, 2 here and 2 on the base, and I also cut the foam. Let me show you if I have the foam here. No, but just really any kind of foam sheet that you buy at your craft store, okay? So that's how you get the shaker piece here. So what I'm gonna do now is just choose, you were going to glue this, but before that happens, the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to put the pieces here, the shaker pieces, and then I'll come, and that's why I use another piece of paper here, because it's easier to glue on paper than it is if you're going to do this on the acetate, okay, or the foam. So I always add 1 more, and I have a lot of space here, and that's why I use the foam. So you have a lot of space to put the shaker pieces in, okay? So now we are going to use, okay, let me just zoom in because we're going to do the shaker part here. Let me move this because it's getting a lot of, you can see the light. So maybe here will be easier, yeah. Now let's see, I have some of these very glittery pieces, and I think what I'm going to do with this is I am going to glue, I'm going to put this here just so you see what I'm doing. I'm going to glue a couple of these little ones here, just so we have again some things that will always show. So I'm going to get one of these and I'm going to glue it right there, at least 1 or 2 more, to make sure that there is always something showing in the shaker. Here's another one, another sparkly thing. I don't know what these things are called. Jewels, I think. Here's another one. I'm gonna put a smaller one this time. This is so small. This one is really tiny, but it's beautiful. See? So we're gonna have some of these glued just to make sure that there will always be something showing. So that's done. Now we're going to add the shaker pieces. Here I'm gonna put this aside. Yeah, I'm gonna use some of these. These are really kind of pearl. They look like pearls. Some sequins and some white ones. I think I have some little ones here, but I think I am going to add some of these too. I have so much of these. I bought this online and I have not used them yet. But I love the colors. Look at that. These are beautiful. And they're like little bats and little bats and some cobwebs and stuff like that. So I'm just going to move it around. And now what I'm going to do is to turn this around and glue it. So here we are. I'm going to put some glue. Just be careful not to put too much because it can bleed. And if it gets to the acetate, you ruin your shaker. Okay. Make sure, let me just zoom out a little bit because now we're going to finish the paper, finish the card. So I think, look at that, we have a beautiful shaker piece with all these bats inside. I just wanted to give you some ideas because sometimes we don't add anything, and look how cute it is to see those bats all the time there. And these shaker pieces are beautiful. So we're almost done. Now we are going to glue it to the paper, to your card front. So put a lot of glue here. And maybe I'm gonna put this sideways like this. Nah, no, I'm gonna go straight. And it really goes well with the paper because I like the contrast of the orange. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful, beautiful card. So you learn how to make your shaker. This one I used two other stamps from this stamp set here. Let's Party Witches. And there you are. So here are the 3 cards that we made today. And honestly, guys, I love it. I love them. These are very special people who get these cards. I think my favorite is this one. I really like, but let me give you some more ideas. Look at this piece, this shaker piece that I made with the same paper here, same one inside, see? And you have a lot of sequins. And I used this die here, this little die. It comes with a box. It's a die that makes a box, and then you have this piece that it's an add-on, and I just used that. How gorgeous is that? So this is gonna go on the lid of a box because I thought it was a little bit too thick to go on a card, but look how beautiful, and you can make some gorgeous shaker pieces with this. So that's one idea for you. And the other one, the last idea I want to give you is the bookmarks. Same dies. I used the same dies, and I made these beautiful bookmarks for my friends, Halloween bookmarks, and these are great. You can even add them inside the card because, as you know, people throw cards away, and I really like to make matching cards with bookmarks because then they'll keep the bookmark and they'll think of you and they remember the card and everything. So these are my ideas for today, guys. I hope I kind of gave you good. I was thinking about using this one, but I don't know. What do you think? Maybe here like that, or here? Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'll just leave it for that for now. So this is my video today, guys. I hope I gave you some ideas. I'll have the link to these dies because they are really affordable. And as you can see, you can use it in so many different ways. Here is the shaker piece that goes with it. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you go craft a little bit, go relax, have some time for yourself, okay? Thank you so much for being here with me again. You have a good day.